So, Gervonta Tank Davis versus Rolando Rollie Romero is official, and it will be taking place December 5th. Wow, I would say, what a birthday present that is for me. That is my birthday weekend, so pretty interesting. And I can officially do a prediction now since I was waiting for that to drop. I'm going to be making another video about Tank Davis, man. I've been meaning to get around to this. I'm going to compare Tank Davis's career, where it is now at his age, compared to Floyd's at the same age when he was boxing. And then you tell me what you think is going on. But anyway, let's get to this fight first. Let's talk about Rolando Rollie Slow Bus Romero versus Gervonta Tank Davis. Who wins that fight? Well, on one hand, you got Rollie Romero. Has good power. That's really all he's known for is his power. Very awkward fighter. No real foot movement. Shit, man. Not even any real defense, bro. Slight defense. He doesn't walk in like a Kaunatski or nothing like that, but he doesn't have the basic fundamentals down at all. We don't know how his chin is because he hasn't been hit by anybody with some real snot behind their punch. So that's the thing with boxers that have punching power. They can have all this punching power, but you don't know how their chin is. A lot of these boxers that's known for power punching. You see how Deontay Wilder, he's flatlining everybody, but you've seen him hit by Luis Ortiz. You've seen him hit by Tyson Fury. You've seen him hit a lot early on. He's been dropped once early on in his career, but one thing you can say about Deontay Wilder is he has a chin. He has a beard. He has a good chin. Tank Davis, to date, he's been tested a little bit. Mario Barrios tested his chin. He looked a little buzzed in that fight. He got buzzed in that fight, but he wasn't shaky, wobbly. He's been cracked a few times by some other boxers, but the only one that really I ever saw him really buzzed against was really like Mario Barrios. And Mario Barrios is supposed to be this hard puncher, but he ain't known as a Thanos puncher, but he has some decent power punching behind him. And Tank wasn't even, he wasn't jelly or nothing like that. So I would say Tank's chin has been moderately tested thus far. He hasn't really been in there with like a T.O. or somebody yet, but I would say Mario Barrios' power, I guess, is probably either up there with Teofimo's or a little less, but I don't know. I'm not a fucking guy that stands in the ring and has a power meter up when these dudes is punching me and shit. So I don't know. I can't tell you. But one thing I will say is Rollie, his chin hasn't been tested. So he has a big question mark hanging over his head when it comes to his chin. And that will definitely be tested when they fight by Tank Davis, who is a power puncher. Absolutely. So then you got Tank Davis. Very powerful, very explosive. He has good ring IQ. Excellent footwork. Great. He can counter too. He's becoming a good counter. I mean, good. Not as good as Floyd, but he's there with this counter punching. So pretty much. Who wins this fight? I had a lot of people saying, man, Tank's gonna smoke Rollie. He's gonna roll right over him. He's getting knocked out early on. I'll say this. I'll be the one to say we don't know that. And I'll tell you why we don't know that. Because you got this kid Rollie, who's special, man. He's like the guy off the slow bus, the short little yellow bus kid. And usually, when you got these people that just got off the short yellow bus, they have freakish strength. They have weird abilities to absorb punishment, and you know, there was just one kid, man, in my class named Jerry. This dude was, yeah, he was a little. He belonged in like a special ed class, man. He was to the point where my dude was literally. I mean, this is like the 5th grade we talking about here. My dude was chewing crayons and shit. So right there, you knew something was wrong with him. And he got into a fight, bro. And they used to tease him and shit about his shirt always had stains in it. And then you know he ended up fucking suplexing the kid and then body slamming the other one, and he destroyed 2 dudes single-handedly, and he was just a freakishly strong kid. So we don't know the punch resistance of Rollie yet, man. Even though we have his chin hasn't been tested, we don't know. Like I said, you got these kids out here, these dudes that, you know, the breast milk wasn't didn't have vitamins when they was babies and shit, and their moms was feeding them, and they ain't come out right, man. You look at his face, dude. Look at him when he talks. Something is wrong with the dude. You know what I mean? He's obviously a little unbalanced. You know what I mean? But we gotta see. This might be one of them things where when cherry picking goes wrong, bro. I've been telling people this. You know, cherry picking can only run out. It can last but so long. I know people laugh and Rollie's he ain't got no skills. This is boxing. All it takes is one punch. And this kid can hurt. He can hurt Tank, bro. He can hurt him. But how does it end up? How does this fight go? I'm going to just go on a limb and say this. Rollie's too slow for Tank. He might can still catch him. He doesn't have the defensive ability to probably evade a lot of Tank's punches. He's gonna absorb a lot of shit from Tank. I've seen Tank get hit sometimes too. Tank is definitely gonna get hit by Rollie. We'll get to see how Tank. We don't know how hard Rollie really hits. If he hits harder than Mario Barrios, then we could be in for. Tank gotta be careful. You know, you can say this kid is slow, retarded, whatever it is. Tank gotta be careful. So that's something that's gonna have to be considered, guys. You know, we look back, Tank, he's a power puncher, but then he was having an issue getting Gamboa out of there. And Gamboa is pretty much a shot fighter at this point. He dropped Gamboa about 3-4 times before they got him out of there. So this Rollie kid is young, you know, and I'm pretty sure he's probably pretty much as durable. We have to see. But like I said, that nutty, crazy strength could be this kid right here, you know, and this could be one of those things, man, where they picked the wrong cherry off the tree. You never know. But I'm gonna go as far as to say Tank Davis wins this by decision. I don't think he's gonna knock Rollie out. A lot of people think he is. I don't see it, man, for those simple reasons of being. I think the kid, he might have a good chin on him. He might. I think he's going to end up getting beat up for a good 11 rounds. I think Rollie will probably get like maybe 1 or 2 rounds out of that fight, but I think he's going to get smoked on the cards by Tank Davis. Tank takes him out 12 rounds. I would say unanimous decision for Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, the only other possibility is Tank get hit by something that he don't see, or he's awkward. That's another reason why I said Tank got to be careful. He's one of them weird, awkward fighters, man. Look at a lot of these weird, awkward fighters. They give people issues sometimes, man. Demetrius Andrade, Emmanuel Augustus. You got fighters like that that's just unorthodox, and they give people problems sometimes, man. So you look at Floyd. Floyd even said Emmanuel Augustus gave him issues. That was one of his hardest fights, man. This fight is gonna look kind of like that. Like I would say, like Emmanuel Augustus versus Floyd. It's probably like step down 2 levels. Put it like that. Somebody's gonna bleed in this fight. Somebody's gonna get hurt. Both of them could get hurt. But I'm gonna tell you now, I don't think Tank's gonna knock him out. As strong as Tank is, I don't see him knocking out Rollie. I see it going a decision for Tank. A pretty comfortable decision for Tank Davis, man. So let me know what you think about the upcoming fight between Rolando, Rollie, Romero, and Gervonta Tank Davis. Support the channel. Drop a comment, share, like. I'm going to catch y'all later on the next one. This is Rebel Life Boxing. And I'm off this.